So today I'm going to tell you about a process that cracks the real estate market and leverages the realtor apocalypse against Realtor.com, Zillow.com, and really anybody who is a realtor if you do this properly. Your agent's not licensed to do this for you. They're not licensed to talk to you about it. But as a seller in California, and probably every other state, I'm an attorney licensed in California, you're very much licensed to do this. Because you don't care if it's a listing agent or a buyer agent, it's just an agent to you, and you're licensed to compensate agents to help you sell your home. But what happens is, in the end, buyer's agents start working for free or they're knocked out on a relative basis to your offers. So let me just start with the worst scenario. The worst scenario is the scenario your agents have been backed into because of the realtor apocalypse and because the DOJ took buyer agent compensation forms away from your buyer. So see if this sounds familiar. Listing agents will say, hey, well, we're not really licensed to talk to you about the risks of buyer agent compensation, but how this works is that the offers come in and the people working with buyer's agents will, along with that offer to purchase your property, they'll have a paperwork where they request buyer agent compensation. They ask you to pay for it. And then you negotiate with them. Worst scenario possible. Now, let me improve that scenario. I have a super scenario here, but the next scenario is scenario 3. This is where you present your agent this form, and you also, because you got our training, you're aware of the risks and how to mitigate against them. And you explain to your agent that when asked about buyer agent compensation and where the offers are, as soon as you get one, they can start leveraging it. And what this comes down to is that when you have an offer, they can share with buyer's agents that there's an offer there and that there was a request for buyer agent compensation. And let's just say they share the net. On a $2 million house, let's say they said the net is 1.9. Now, every subsequent offer is going to beat that 1.9. So at first, they're going to say, well, I'm getting 2.5%. So that means I've got to go 1,950,000 if I want to get paid on the net. So I'm going to advise my seller to go 1.96. And then someone's going to say, well, okay, now I got to beat 1.96 by something. We'll go 1.97. And so you're going to have the normal people trying to win. But in the end, if you keep instead of doing this one at a time, if you say, we're going to have an open house, it's a week of offer stacking. You say, we're going to review all the offers on Sunday. We'll let you know where they are. What actually happens in the conversation is I would call up and say, look, we've got 2 offers at 1.97 net. Do you want to beat that? So what happens then is that the realtor commissions start getting squeezed. And the people that have control of their realtors or the people where the realtors are actually working for them will say, well, we got to get to 1.98. And I don't think we can get to 1.98 with my buyer agent commission because you're going to be then paying the equivalent of 2.2. So what happens is people start going up the ladder and buyer agent commissions start dropping out. And I can tell you this is exactly what happens because I know. So in the beginning, the buyer's agents, your seller's cool. You're saying, yes, I will offer buyer agent commission. This brings in offers, it stirs them up. But as you go up the ladder, the buyer agent commissions start getting reduced closer and closer down to 0, and you get the real net for your property. In fact, that's working right now. I would expect the market to efficient over time. This little edge might fade, but right now it's massive. So what your goal is to do is price your house so you get multiple offers, but you're not stuck. It's not like I'm stuck at this. So what you really want to do is have a list, have an offer stacking week, have a list price offer stacking week, and follow the exact procedures I just talked about here. And where it starts is making sure you have an agent who knows how to do this and do this for you. So you want to have this before your agent gets to your property. So you can say, can you sign this? And can we go from scenario 1 to scenario 3 or 4? And then you say, and if so, how are you going to do that? And that's how you screen out the intelligent listing agents from the ones that just can't do it, or their brokers aren't flexible, or they don't care about you. So if you'd like to get this form, go to winnerscheck.com and download the this would be the seller instructions to listing agent form. If you're seeing this on Facebook, just type seller listing agreement. I'll understand it. Just some form of that in the comments, and I'll shoot you over the form, and I'll ask you if you want the training that goes with it. Thanks. Talk to you later. Bye.